What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast, where we talk about everything and anything about Texas. Excuse me. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's been dropping comments, subscribing. Man, thank y'all, man. It means a lot. It really does, because I didn't plan out to be doing this type of stuff. I had tried that out in the past, but that's after I had got my back surgery. I didn't have nothing to do. You know, I'm basically disabled. But that's another story. We ain't gonna be worried about that right now. We on this right now. You know, uh, I've been watching that other show, and it's almost like a pack of hyenas. You know what I mean? Like it makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You know what I mean? Some people take it as a game. It ain't serious enough for them. You know what I mean? But for me, it's kind of a serious topic. You know what I mean? Because it can happen to anybody, man. Like how Charles said. We all have teenage kids, especially our boys that don't be listening, you know, that they hear that type of stuff, that they know there's people down there waiting for them that are doing this type of things. It can prevent a lot of kids from taking the bad road. You know, if I would have known there was stuff like that, believe me, man, I would have stayed on the straight and narrow. But we need voices like Charles to be heard. They're discrediting him. They're trying to discredit me. you know. But I see this more now. It's like, is this a good or evil battle? It's just I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like I'm getting called out of my name by random people. I'm chasing the wave. But people don't understand, man, that when it's a big wave, that wave splits off into little waves. You know, and I created my own wave. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm paying $50 to get on somebody's panel and talk nonsense. I'm bringing facts. What I did, I seen an opportunity and I ran with it. I'm not just on here talking just to talk out of my neck. I went out there and got the other side of the story. Somebody that was there, somebody that can verify. And now I'm the bad guy. Oh, you doing it for money. You doing it for that. But that other network is doing it for the same reason. But I'm getting the backlash. It just doesn't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? At all. You know what I mean? And all I'm trying to do is give Charles Hibbs a platform to tell his side of the story. It's up to y'all who y'all want to believe. At the end of the day, this ain't no criminal court. You know, it's just gonna be based off on your opinion on how you feel on the circumstances. I'm not biased. You know what I mean? I just want the truth. I got into this quest just like everybody else that was out there. I just took it a little bit further. That's it. And I continue to do more research and when you see an opportunity that comes in the lifetime, you jump on it. You don't wait for it. You don't wait for the next man. All these comments, all these bigger platforms are going to pick them up, pick them up, pick them up. I'm like, it's too late. The man said, we started this together and we're going to ride it out. We're going to be mans of our word. But all this hatred towards me, to Charles, I don't see what it is, man. We're not, and y'all heard it at the poor man's mouth. He ain't got nothing against Mark. He don't wish him no bad. He just wishes he should have just left it alone. I mean, how am I the bad guy just for giving somebody a platform to speak their story? It just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? And they're throwing the money, the monetary value of the stuff. So you're telling me that Mark don't get paid, or any guest that appears on anybody's platform? So we're doing stuff for free? I mean, it just doesn't make sense, you know? And the same people that are calling me that I'm riding the wave, they're doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And I don't see why all that unnecessary hate, but just keep on doing it, boys, because it's gonna make me shine like a bright Texas star. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna unleash a monster. Y'all gonna let me get that confidence in me. It's gonna be game over. You know what I mean? I just been keeping cool. You know what I mean? In my demeanor, y'all gotta understand, man. I'm a street old Mexican. You know, with the eighth grade education. What can you expect? I'm not a professional. I'm not educated. Well, I am. I'm self-educated, but I don't got no degrees. I don't got nothing but time but to read, to better myself. I mean, that's what we should do. And that's what I did right here. I brought y'all important information for y'all can verify. It's not just me talking on my neck. That's what gets me. You know, everybody was out there. Where's hips? Where's hips? Where's hips? Where's Mindy? Where's hips? Where's hips? I brought y'all hips. I found it for y'all. For y'all can hear the other side of the story. You know, and these other complaints about it's too short, man. It's like a series on Netflix or anywhere else. Sometimes it's a, a 8 episode series, and you're gonna get one episode per week. If a content creator drops 2-3 days of video, man, that should be sufficient, man. I mean, there's no reason to complain. It just doesn't make sense to me why all y'all are so negative, man. I don't get that. And we're not even trying to promote negativity over here on this side of town, man. We done had enough of that in our lifetime, man. It's time for positivity, man. I don't care about colors. Oh, let me get back at this other one. Somebody threw my organization out there, you know. So if they threw my organization, they should have did the research that we were founded to go against all the negative things going on in the Texas prisons. We're not racist. We coexist with every race. White, black, Asian, Indian. It don't matter. If you're a real one, you'll be accepted. Just don't come playing that tough guy role because you're going to get tested. Your card is going to get pulled. So next time, do your research, man. My organization was founded to go against the negative things in prison. The grapes, the extortion, all the negativity. We made it now to where you can just come, you can hold your own because you're going to get tested. There's going to be tryouts, but not everybody makes it. So as long as you hold your own, you can come and do your time like a man and go home. Not the risking of catching more time because you got to protect yourself. Come and do what you got to do and go home. That's it. Now, if you want to come down here and gambling and catching up debt, hey, we're going to save you once, but after that, we're going to throw you to the wolves. That's the name of the game of the penitentiary, man. We ain't in Sunday school. But at the same time, there's laws and regulations that we go by, man. So, and my organization it has nothing to do with this because it's not even about organizations. It's just about wrong and right. And I'm gonna drop this other video, man. Y'all enjoy the video, man. After this video, after this little quick intro video I did, I'm dropping this hips interview after this. So don't think it's just me talking. To the next one, YouTube.
I mean, it just came to a point to where it's like, fuck you, what can you do to me? You can stab me and whoop me. The same thing I can do to you.
Yep. Yep.
And that's when I took that into my mind, that's when it stopped.
Yep.
That's when it stopped. I ain't going for this no more. If you don't like it, one of us gonna die here today.
And that's all it took, man.
And that's all it took. And that's all it takes from anybody.
Okay, man. Because people are going to be
Stand on
interested.
your stand on your own 2 feet.
So people are going to be interested in. So Because right now there's a lot of people trying to justify Mark, like, oh, Mark didn't do it, Mark didn't do it. But now you're saying
And
that
bullshit. He
he's
did
a,
every bit of it. He promoted it, and he got people to help him do it. And it wasn't just. I mean, he's sad, man. That's a sad man.
and let me ask him more, like during these things that that y'all had going on, these sadistic battles, and was he ever intoxicated at any of these times, or he didn't
All the
he didn't
time. He's a dopehead, man. He was shooting heroin.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
he's acting like he's a straight A's, like, man, like he didn't touch.
How you think he got hepatitis C and the diabetes and this diabetes? He got the hepatitis C from sharing needles, and that's documented. He's got it.
Yeah, man. I
I
mean,
mean, come on, man.
I mean, sharing needles is just the most common, especially tattooing. I mean, it's common, man.
I
It's a
mean,
risk in prison. But
I've
but
seen
but
him.
he
He's done
was,
every kind of drug to come through there. I know. I've seen him,
yeah, he was
and I know because my money paid for a whole lot of it.
yeah, man. That's a sad thing, man. And it's your mom's hard work and money, man.
Yeah,
And
and I do, and it hurts. Like right now, I actually live in an apartment in my mom and dad's house.
oh man, and that's
And my
still a
mom and
blessing.
dad, after all these years, are still with me.
That's a
You
blessing,
know
man.
how hard it is for me to walk through this house and look at my mom, knowing what I allowed her to be put through all them years.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's rough.
It's
It's
rough, man.
rough.
And,
But though, I put it like this: she will never go through it again, and I don't give a fuck who I have to get out of the way to make sure that happens.
no, and I'm with you there, man. And that's the thing, man. There's a lot of people, man, that they believe you, man, but they just want to hear it from you, man. You know, and that's the thing that I want to do with this panel. That
Right.
way these people can come on board. They pay the fee, and they'll be able to interact with you, and they'll
Right.
get the answers and the questions that they want. And you'll believe it or not, man, it'll relieve some pressure off of you, man. Talking to people, and then eventually you'll get
Well, like
closure,
I
man.
told you the other day, like I told you a couple nights ago, man, I've got a story that can help people.
You do.
But though, I it's on me to get it out there.
Yeah, man. And this is the way, man. I mean, well, I'm a small platform, man, but I've been reaching out to bigger platforms. There's other platforms that will bring you on as a guest, to speak on this. The Alabama, the Alabama prison, it's a hot topic, man. There's loved ones in there. You know, it's you have a story to tell, man. And
Well, it's got
like
so bad in Alabama. The federal government's fixing to come in and take Alabama's prison system away from them. That's
they
how
need to.
bad it's got. Because I mean, you can't justify what you're going on. I mean, there's people dying right and left, and you're telling people, how can you? You're telling people they of natural causes. The man died of a heart attack in his cell, but he's got 87 holes in him. I mean, that's the kind of shit they do in Alabama.
And they don't do shakedowns, man. They don't have metal detectors. They don't have anything.
Yeah, they do, but what they do during their shakedown is a couple hours ahead of time. The guards that's down with this illegal bullshit going on, they'll send their little runners out and let them know that there's a shakedown coming to clean up.
Okay. Some of them are big swords, man. Like I don't know where they getting them big old swords from.
It's easy, man. They've got them old maintenance shops and old metal racks that's been took out of there, and the maintenance men they just go down there and take a grinder and cut it out.
Yeah, man. And
Is that something?
but they're walking around with samurai swords. I mean, the guard. I mean, I think at this point the guards are just scared, man. I mean, what do you think the percentage of the guards that are dirty, scared, and they just want to do their job?
No, I think the percentage are in their 30s and they're not scared because they've got it made. Most of your guards are gang members too. And it's the inmates that's putting their family in the position to take these jobs as guards.
Okay, so they're basically getting their families to come apply at the penitentiaries, at the prisons, and
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing, and that's
once you're
how this
in,
happens.
yeah, man. Once you're in, and we can smuggle everything in. So
I mean, it's just that simple. You see this cup right here?
yeah,
I paid in 2006 for an officer to bring me something. It was just as simple. He come over and shook me down one morning on a routine shakedown, and left a 32-ounce styrofoam cup right there. And when he got up and pointed at it, what I paid for was in that cup.
yep, that's
It's
how
just
it's
that
done.
simple. That's
Yep,
just that's done, just like that.
yep, that's how it's done, man. I mean, they just come and random shakedown and drop it off and
Drop it
go
off.
about go about their
Drop it in your
business.
box. Pull your box, drop it in there, close your box back, and they go on. Hey, man. And it's just that simple.
So
I
so
mean, $1,000 in there get you anything you want from out here.
oh yeah, man, definitely, definitely. So on the Mark situation, man. Was Mindy just tied into Mark, or was Mindy being sold off?
Man, that son of a bitch was terrified. He was being sold off and made to do everything. All that stuff he talked about, how he was committed and all this stuff. Man, no, you wasn't. I've seen you in a corner crying real tears because they have done this to you.
It wasn't.
I
It
mean,
wasn't
now,
love.
no, it just wasn't enough. No, he was terrified.
Yeah. So he was forced upon, man. Huh?
That's like that day over there in that cell, even with all us fighting. I told him that day, I said, you making a mistake right here because when I get through with these two, I'm going to whoop your black ass.
But what was
And
he? Was he?
they ran me to jail.
So that's the reason you were in the hole in the documentary, huh?
Oh, yeah. If I pull it up, if my mom keeps my records, if she can go back that far right there, I can show you the paperwork on it where I've got the disciplinary where I assaulted Lamark Moore.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, the people are going to want to watch. I mean, people are going to want to know all that type of
I
stuff, man.
mean,
They're
one thing
they're
about me, because of all the extortion and the money and all this right there, my family alone over the years, over the stuff that I went through years ago, has paid out over $200,000, man.
God, that's a lot of money,
And
man.
my mother's got money order receipts, credit card receipts, cash out receipts, wire transfer receipts. She's got a record of it, goes back 30 years.
And who was getting all this money, man?
Just back during that time, they were Mark Moore and them.
So
And
so
if they don't think I've got their names on these money order receipts, I've got them. In fact, I will. When I'll get them up and I'll show them to you.
yeah, get them at that. Way, people are going to want to know facts, man. They're going, they're going to be based off
If
facts.
you can't lie about that, that's black and white.
Yeah, man, and that's paperwork, man, and people actually like that, man, and the thing is, man, that you spent 20 something years in prisons, man. Not only
Yeah.
did you experience something, but during those times, you seen numerous things, man. You have a input on that society
Well, I
that
mean, I watched my best friend standing next to me on the telephone with his mama. On the telephone with his mama. Get stabbed and killed right there on the telephone with his mama. All because he was on the phone and the guy behind him couldn't use it.
that's sad, man.
And that's the way Alabama is. They put out initiation things for these young gang members and all this that and other. And part of them is to see how many white folks you can stab. That's part of it.
So is that back then now, or was
CNN today.
or was it the more people you broke? Because down when you down here in Texas they call it breaking them.
That's what they call it here too.
We're gonna they would take turns, man. They would take turns and being, but down here it was a mixture, man. It was the predatory behavior belonged to the prison gangs, and if you were white, black, Mexican, it didn't matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you got tested. You
But
know,
now I'm gonna tell you, it's that way here too. It's that way here too, but it's more on the black side than it is the white because it's if you got a white guy that's involved in all that predatory shit, it's very few and far between, and it's probably going to be somebody that's been there for a long time
Yes, man. I mean, you can
because
expect
he's
that.
going to have to be able to get the respect from the others to even be able to do this.
Yeah, man. It's that's why we're under we're under, it's frowned upon. And then Mark's representing an organization. He's saying he's still representing that organization to this day. And I'm like,
And he's still doing that. And let me tell you something. And they're allowing it. That's what's killing me. Because I
yeah,
don't care if you're giving or receiving, you're gay. You're gay, you're gay, you're gay. And that's against every organization's rules. Every single fucking one of them.
yeah. But I think since they had that culture in Alabama that if you weren't receiving, you were okay. But
Yeah.
now, but now you just earlier you just said that Mark goes both ways.
Yeah, he does.
So
He does.
so
And I hope and pray that I hope and pray that there's several people out there seeing this right now that knows him. Because he's full of shit.
uh there's a person in the comments that's been dropping comments, man. I don't know if you ever heard of a Mark A. Holmes?
Mark A.
Mark,
Home?
yeah, like Mark Holmes,
No, I don't think so.
because
But
he's
now it's a lot of recognition too, because I'm over the years you just forget names. If I seen him, I might know him.
yeah, because he keeps on dropping comments in the section saying that he used to be Jerry Gaskin's boy, and he used to recruit for Jeffrey Gaskins.
He might have. He
He,
might
he
have. Because yeah, Jared Gaskins had another boy that did the same thing named Danny Ward.
Danny Ward.
Yeah.
I might ask. I mean, he probably has his switched name because now he's saying that he lives alone and he just keeps to himself. But he's constantly posting that he was wanting. What about some other one named Gabriel? Have you ever heard of a name named Gabriel?
I do. I have heard of a name named Gable.
And what was his role?
Let's see if my memory's right. Man, it's been so long ago. Gable.
Or no, Gabriel.
Oh, you talking about Gabriel?
Yes.
Now Gabriel was a sissy.
Oh, okay, man. So
Man, let me tell you what they do, man. They get these sissies and they actually pay these sissies to go and pull someone. And that's how all this starts, man. You got people like Gabriel, and then you got Roanoke, and then you got Cecil Bates, people like that right there. They're undercover sissies, but nobody knows this. But that's what they do. They go in there. I'll let you do this, and I'll let you do that, and I'll let you do this, and I'll let you do that. But now here it comes back around later. Oh, now it's my turn.
oh yes, and I mean you went first. I mean you got first dibs, but now I'm going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, and that's Mark. That's Mark.
yeah. I mean I believe it, man.
Yeah, that's Mark.
Ever since the first video he came out, man, I knew he was lying, man.
Man, let me tell you something. There ain't no 7 or 8 white boys letting you do this to him.
nah,
No, it ain't happening.
nah,
2 or 3, yeah, you might get your boo game over, you and your partners all together, but you're not doing this to 7, 8 people, and you ain't doing something for them.
yeah,
You might think you all that, brother, but you ain't.
yeah.
I mean,
And
me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck if somebody's mouth was on fire. I wouldn't piss on his tongue.
yeah, nobody would. I don't think I would, man. He's a he's I don't got nothing against the homosexual, man. If it's consensual, it's okay, man. But if
Me neither.
you're
That's
forced,
what
and
you
you
want to do. Then do you? If that's what you willingly want to do, then do you. That's your business. But you're not
yeah.
going to try to do me, and I don't want to be done.
Yeah, man. That's where he needs to fess up and admit his mistakes, man.
Or
For
just
what he
sit
did.
down and stay the fuck out of light.
Yeah, man.
Because
And
he ain't doing nothing but making himself look really, really bad right here.
yeah, man.
And
I mean,
now he's gonna get it put out there what he really done.
yeah, man. And hopefully, hopefully his organization can disown him, man. Because I mean, I can understand the structure of Alabama that that once you're in there, you don't receive, and that's that culture in there, man. But a lot of prisons don't see it like that. They see it like
No,
if
they
you
don't.
you lay down or you doing anything, man. If we find out you're doing, we find out, because a lot of us we drink and eat after each other, man.
Of course. And we
And
find that, and it's like you said, it's a respect thing, and it's a principle and a moral that you live by. And when some other man comes in and tries to take that from you, and you let them, you're just as fucked up as they are.
yeah, man. But like how you said earlier, man, when it's 4 or 5 of them, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man.
It's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't
Only
care how
thing you
tough
can do
you are.
about it now is think how you're gonna get even when it's over with,
Yeah,
because it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do. You might 4 or 5 people run up in a cell on you. Whatever they want to do, they're gonna do.
they're gonna do it, man. They're
What
gonna
they're
do it.
gonna do. Unless you're just that man and you pull out stuff and go to killing them right off the top, they're gonna do you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Not that many people
But how you
are willing
handle
to.
it when it's over, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that is, man. I mean, because I
How
mean,
you handle it when it's done is a whole different ball game.
it is.
If you want to submit, then tough you. It just lets. I mean, to me, if you submit, I can't submit to nobody that does me like that.
And you can't, man, because it's like you belong to your property now. You're not even a human being no more.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's worse than a dog, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, because
I
you're
mean,
you're
dogs
basically.
get treated better than that.
Yeah, man. And and at that time, man, like was how many boys? 'Cause and that documentary, it says Mark had an empire, man. Like he
Only
had a
one
lot of
time I've seen him with 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah, one time I've seen him with 7 or 8, and we used to sit back and laugh at him. But damn, Mark, now you got 8 boys fucking you in the ass.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's what's happening.